with the way that things are going right now, I mean, there's the whole like Russia and Ukraine situation. It's very frightening. There's a lot of uncertainty about how things are going to play out, and what role various nations are going to play. I could see us getting embroiled in this in some,
oh gosh,
which led me down another path, because I was trying to think, we haven't really had like a large scale war effort in a while.
So like if this turns into a war, like and America is involved, are we gonna, I mean, I would think, well, why don't we just send a bunch of drones over?
Make
it all drones,
right? Like high-tech warfare. We don't need to send in ground troops or anything like that. We have like these massive drone aircraft that are the size of planes, and you can control them from anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere. And so, like, really, if there's a draft, I mean, you don't have to draft foot soldiers. You don't have to go through just the debilitating, tedious process of filtering out the brightest and best, the fittest citizens in our country, because frankly, nobody's that fit anymore. And the army's just gone so soft, and I don't think you could, doughy is the correct word, that I don't think you could muster like a formidable ground troop. However, if we're going the drone route, I do think that there is a ton of untapped potential as we move into the 21st century as a nation, as a military might on the world stage. I mean, drones piloted by remote control can be controlled from anywhere by anyone.
How hard can it be?
Exactly. What I'm thinking really is that there is a ton of untapped potential in like the gamer market. Like if we have people like they're doing let's plays, right? You have all these people online in basements and overpriced studio apartments across the nation who are basically spending every waking hour playing video games or watching other people play video games. If you get those people behind the controls of a military grade drone, you could cause some serious damage. You just like put all this force together. It would be positively formidable.
It honestly, like, that makes the most sense right now. The government will pay these streamers to have these live streams.
It's forget about Walter Cronkite, on the ground doing these network news reports. You just stream the whole thing on Twitch. Is what I'm thinking. So
here's where you really add some gasoline to it.
Okay.
You bring in OnlyFans, and then you bring in the e-girl Twitch strata.
Holy
into
crap.
The equation.
Holy crap. Okay, so this works on at least 3 levels. This is brilliant. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the e-thought dimension to this whole plan. World War II, you had to do all of these like these drives, where you have to save scrap metal for the army, and you have to raise money and buy victory bonds and that kind of stuff. What if we just cut all the fat? We bring in the e-thoughts, they stream as they're like bombing villages with their drones in sort of these let's play scenarios. We just send the super chat money directly to the US military, thereby funding the military operation. So like at the same time, you've weaponized the e-thoughts. They're like bombing villages and they're taking out enemy targets. You don't even have to worry about the Air Force. And at the same time, you're weaponizing simps who are then filtering their money, because they're all very like wealthy, lonely people who work in IT and have a ton of disposable income, and you're pretty much good to go. I can really see this. Okay, because you have
billions,
at least trillions, because you're tapping into Silicon Valley at this point. You're just you're filtering the money right through. And on top of that, it really connects with the young people and really meets young Americans where they are, which is just desperately alone with really like no sense of how to spend money or the consequences of issues at play. This could really work. And I'm like picturing it, you could have like the live stream, you have like Pokemon in like some sort of sexy like military uniform, I don't know, like doing the live stream, and just like watching the super chat go by.
Meanwhile, she's got a hefty government contract.
Absolutely. And I mean,
and all the donations, all the super chats are just going towards the war effort.
Really?
And it's unbelievable. It's inevitable, really.
It's like, thank you, Big Johnny 73. You just bought us an extra clip of ammunition.
We're going to raise this town to the ground.
It's brilliant.
It's going to be their finest hour, really.
Yeah, it was all leading up to this, I think.
Yeah, weaponized e-thoughts. It's just
Dang.
more effective, I guess, than a mild aircraft nose art with a pinup girl.
Yeah, I feel like the hints were all there, like the little mile markers, but it's, you just have to take it to the logical conclusion. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to draft a proposal here. President Biden, we have your next emergency sorted. We have the we have the disease and the cure. It's ready to go.
Yeah, who knows what we'll have to do after the war? How will they adjust back? That's the thing too.
How are they adjusting now?
There won't be much of a transition back into peacetime.
Exactly. I mean, it's really just, they're just watching like a Call of Duty let's play with slightly worse graphics, because the streaming like from the Middle East stroke Eastern Europe, you know, is probably not going to be as high res as what we're working with on the home front. So do what you can.
Brilliant. That's let me tell you.
See, this is what happens when you just let us loose, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little too rich